Do we have any former Buddhists in here? No, she's just combing her hair. Our Lord is a huge contrast with, contrast. He is unique among all of the religious teachers, if you simply want to call him a religious teacher, much more. He is the religion that he teaches, but our Lord comes and says, requires of us, his followers, to do what is repugnant many times. We have it right here. I mean, and we all know when we look at ourselves honestly, when we think of our Lord, how can I do this? I mentioned Buddha because Buddha had, he has these four truths, one of which is that life involves suffering. Well, he had that right. But the solution of the Far Eastern philosophies, Buddhism, Hinduism, and so forth, is to empty yourself and become impervious or insensitive to the things that might happen to you that are not good. In fact, you can even go and become insensitive to those things that are good. Complete passivity in the face of the slings and arrows of life. And you empty yourself and trying to achieve something which turns out to be a big zero. This is the opposite of the emptying which Christ demands. The pious Buddhist may empty himself as he awaits kind of the great ending of his own person. You see, he's going to be annihilated in some fashion. He's going to ascend, or whatever you want to call it, into some state, nirvana, whatever it's supposed to be, turns out to be his own disappearance as a person. Like the Hindus, they reject our personhood, that you are an individual soul, that you are that you exist, that the world around us is existing. For them, it's all an illusion. The biggest illusion of all is yourself, you and me. It's not it's a very happy teaching, but this is where they are coming from, and this is why they are still in great darkness. But our Lord comes and says, you get it partially right. There will be suffering in life, but there are also joys. And by the way, life is real. The world is real. You and I are real. What about self-emptying when no one did it better than Christ? Humbled himself, though he was God, in the form of God, with the Father from eternity. He still, in his humanity, humbles himself unto death on a cross. And this is what he's telling us here. This is ourselves. But not to be disappeared, annihilated, going back to nothingness. No, is to achieve everything. I don't know if I can say everythingness, but I'll coin a word, everythingness, all right? With Christ, everything becomes realer than real, and in fact, we go not to some state of negativity, we go to the Father. What a joyful thing this is. And yes, he says, look, I demand these things of you. If your brother spits in your face, you may want to, spray him with a garden hose, not just spit back, but don't. Now, this is not to deal with a legitimate right to self-defense, although some have taken it this far, and I mean, God bless them. But it's got nothing to do with the right to defend one's country and things like that. Okay, we make provisions for those who will not, all right, but still, these are also legitimate rights. But when you are personally attacked, and this is really, I believe, what our Lord is dealing with, when we're personally attacked, we are not compelled to pay back in kind. In fact, he says, resist the temptation, and your Father will bless you. Very hard. But you know, the rewards are that we become purified. We become the saints that God has willed us to become from all eternity. And in the end, we see him as he is.